New York originally, but I've lived in Vegas for the past 16 years.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a hairstylist.
How long have you worked in the beauty industry?
I've worked in the beauty industry for, I would say, almost 13 years.
What is the best part of your job?
The best part of my job is that I get to make brides beautiful every day, and I'm part of the happiest day of their life.
And what is the worst?
I don't know. There's no worst part of my job because I really love what I do, and there's all kinds of excitement that comes along with just doing hair that makes it satisfying.
What is one of the craziest things you've experienced in your line of work?
Oh gosh. The craziest thing that we've experienced and what I've experienced in my line of work, I would say, is just every day. There's everyday chaos. We have to get through so much just to do what we do, but that's what makes it exciting also.
Who are your clientele?
I would say the biggest part of my clientele is brides.
Why do you like working on brides?
I love working on brides because the transformation of them becoming who they want to look like, the most important day of their life, is just so rewarding, and that's why I do what I do. I love it.
Do these women in Vegas getting married last minute need a makeover?
Oh God, the women in Vegas that come in last minute to get married with no preparation, they need my help. They need a makeover, big time.
Very good.
Okay, we're gonna do that again. Action.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is LaVey Ortiz, and I am originally from Los Angeles, California, but I now currently reside in Las Vegas, Nevada for the past 18 years, almost 18 years.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a professional makeup artist. I don't do it for a hobby. It is not something I do on the side or for fun. It is a full-time job, and yes, I hate when people ask me, like, you make money off of that? And yes, in my profession, it is a career.
How long have you worked in the beauty industry?
I've worked in the beauty industry for almost 10 years now.
What's the best part of your job?
The best part of my job is getting to make people turn what they are envisioning in their head turn into reality, or what they envision themselves for their wedding day, and making them actually look in the mirror how they envision in their head.
What's the worst part of your job?
The worst part of the job would be being a makeup artist does not make me a mind reader or a magician. It makes me only be able to help you look and transform you into what you're thinking you want to look like and turn it into reality. But it's always good to come to a makeup artist or a hairstylist or any type of artist, is to give them a resource so that they would know where you're wanting to go with it. I'm sorry, you're fine.
What is one of the craziest things you've experienced in your line of work?
I would say one of the craziest things would be on a particular day we had 2 weddings booked on the same day, 2 large weddings, one of 8 girls and one of 6 girls, and we also had to get somebody ready for a red carpet event later on that night, one of the playmates. And so we went from Summerlin all the way one side of Las Vegas to go back to the Golden Nugget downtown Las Vegas, to go back to Summerlin to go touch them up, which they didn't need, but we went back to touch them up, and then went to the Palms to get them somebody ready for a red carpet event in like 12 hours, and it was 2 wedding days, and that's more important. So.
Who are your clientele?
Our clientele ranges anywhere from girls wanting to just senior portraits or proms or fashion shows, models, photo shoots, to brides and weddings, and definitely pretty much your everyday woman who just wants to look better for any special event.
Why do you like working on brides?
My favorite thing is to work on brides because I feel like, as every girl when they're little dreams of their wedding day and how it's going to be in details, and that's what I always ask a woman is when she's sitting in my chair, is like when they don't know what they want for makeup, I always ask, well, how do you envision yourself on your wedding day? Like, when you think of yourself, do you see yourself with dark eyes? Do you see yourself with looking like angelic? And I feel like that's why I like working on brides, is because I get to turn them into what they're envisioning into reality.
What's the worst part about doing bridal makeup?
I would say the worst part is getting lost in the translation. A lot of people, sometimes a bride will say, I want smoky eyes, but something really natural. And that's where I'm like, I don't get that, because I don't know what that means.
Do these women in Vegas getting married last minute need a makeover?
I believe that women who come to Las Vegas last minute, who are getting caught up in the moment, who want to get married in Las Vegas, would definitely need a makeover, because I feel like they might get excited or get caught up in the moment where they want to get married, but they're not thinking of, oh my God, I'm really going to be getting married, and this is going to be my picture for the rest of my life, and this is how I'm going to look every time I look back on my wedding day.
What is your name and where are you from?
My name's Janine Cali, like the state, but I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
What do you do for a living?
I am a professional hairstylist.
How long have you worked in the beauty industry?
I have worked in the beauty industry for like 12 years on the Las Vegas Strip. I love it.
What's the best part of your job?
I would say the best part of my job is that it allows me to get everybody ready for special occasions, important days in their life, and getting to see the looks on their face when I do what I do, and that's what makes it worth it.
What's the worst part of your job?
The worst part of my job is that sometimes people have crazy expectations. They'll come in with a picture of like Kim Kardashian, and they're like Asian, and they're like, can you make my hair look just like hers? And they have 3 hairs on their head, and she has like a full head of extensions. So I'm like, really? But yeah, that's about it. But then I just do what I do, and I said, all right, I'll give you Kim.
What is one of the craziest things you've experienced in your line of work?
The craziest things that we experience on a daily basis on the line of work is that we have to juggle being in so many different places and doing so many different functions and making so many different people happy, but actually the chaos is a happy chaos.
Who are your clientele?
We have clientele that ranges from, you know, models, photo shoots for musicians, we do prom, we do graduation pictures, bachelorette parties, but our biggest clientele, our bread and butter, is bridal parties. And
why do you like working on brides?
I love working on brides. I love working on brides because that's their special day where it's going to really count. They're going to look in the mirror and they're going to say, oh my God, it looks so beautiful, thank you so much. And I mean, who wouldn't feel good about that? That makes it all worthwhile.
Do these women in Vegas getting married last minute need a makeover?
The women in Vegas, period, need a makeover because they think the Strip is the place to come and just look crazy. When they come last minute to get married and they're not prepared, they so need my help.
Should we do it again? Both of us?
Excited. Get pumped. Get pumped. Get pumped.
Okay. Who we're ambushing today, you guys, is a couple from Minnesota. The bride is Linda and the groom is Bob. You got our work cut out for us here today, guys. Linda is kind of a Midwestern, you know, kind of long, short blonde hair, terrible roots showing, you know, not very kept up, kind of pale. Bob, long-haired construction worker, unibrow, rough hands, dry skin. We got our work cut out for us. What do you guys think?
Well, I think that with Linda, the first thing is first, that we got to take care of those roots.
Absolutely. Definitely. Before anything.
Okay.
Yes.
Update that whole look.
Yeah, and actually with those fried ends, definitely trim those up. Absolutely.
Fix up her little nails. And
Yeah.
give her a nice, clean French manicure.
Now, do we want to go with more of the summery look with her pale skin? Should we spray tan her or go with more of the classic look? What do you guys think?
Totally summer and fresh in Vegas. She's got that blonde hair.
Yes,
Give her
definitely.
more of a sultry look, stocking up her eyes, bring them out, throw on some lashes,
Ooh, some
Blood.
extensions.
Oh, that would
maybe
look
some
good.
clip-in just to add to her line. She kind of got like that 80s Tina Turner.
Right.
Kind of make
And
it
so
all
she doesn't
one
get shocked
lane.
by it. She
Yeah.
can do the clip-in, so
Wouldn't
it's
have-
just a
and-
dip.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
not too long,
temporary.
just to kind of soften everything up.
It'll look good, and definitely stay with the French manicure, nice and clean.
simple.
On her nails.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, what are we going to do with Bob, you guys?
Well, Bob has very dried out skin because he's in the sun all day long.
And one eyebrow.
And one eyebrow, absolutely.
Unibrow.
Yes. Give him 2 of those. And we'll wax up his eyebrows, trim them, give him some good deep skin skincare.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say,
Yeah, moisturizer.
Lots of that.
His
Yes.
hair is haggard. He's been in the sun way too long. He needs a trim, a
Deep
treatment,
conditioning treatment,
color.
yes.
I think so. He kind of feels like himself, but more modern. I think what we should do is go ahead, cut his hair a little, but still kind of keep it long, but just more
With an
rock
edge,
star.
yes,
yeah,
with an edge,
rock star
yeah.
would look good. And I think a little darker might look good on him
Yeah,
too.
I agree.
Bring
It'll
out his
soften him
eyes.
up.
Maybe give him like a
Absolutely.
reverse root so it makes him feel like it's like a grown out.
Well, that would look cool. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. And he needs a manicure bad. Those cracked fingers and everything.
Hangnails. Oh,
Yeah, not cute, not cute. So.
Okay, so you guys are going to get started first on Linda. Okay, how are we going to work the progress of this?
Well, I think Janine's definitely going to have to start out with
Putting
the
the roots on.
with the
base.
roots and the hair and everything. Right after, we're going to bring her into the tanning booth, and I'm going to spray her down, make her nice and tan, and then LeVay is going to get on the makeup.
Yes, I'll work on Bob. I'll do his brows while you guys start with the color processes. I think
Perfect.
that'll be work out best, probably, yeah.
And I can do his nails right after that while
Yeah.
she's doing the hair.
And while you're doing his nails, I'll put in a good deep moisturizing mask on his face.
Perfect. And what are you going to
Yeah,
do
so what
with
we're
them?
going to do is, since we've got this nice summery thing going on, I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to get an off-white Vera Wang dress with a mid-length train. For her, we're probably also going to do something like maybe a cinched midriff because she is fairly thin. You know, that would accentuate
Show her
her
body.
decolletage a little. With Bob, I think we're going to probably go with an Armani suit with a classic bow tie, maybe cufflinks that match in some way the Linda's dress, somehow in some way. So I think that's what we're going to do with them. So what we're going to do is you guys are going to get started on that. I'm gonna start figuring out and getting the measurements together while you guys are working on that. You guys ready?
Sounds like it.
Let's go do it. Let's do it, guys.
Get him
Boom.
up.
Okay, guys. Who we're gonna ambush today?
Yeah, what do we have for today?
We've got a couple from Minnesota. The bride's name is Linda. The groom's name is Bob. Linda is typical Midwestern woman. You know, blonde hair, kind of. The roots are pretty bad shape. Very pale, not very made up for her wedding on, in a Las Vegas style wedding. Bob, on the other hand, he's a good one. Long hair, construction worker, kind of a unibrow going on here, you guys. Rough hands and pretty dry skin, because he's outside working all the time. So what do you guys think we should do on these?
Well, I think with Linda, we definitely got to take care of those roots first and foremost. Definitely have to do that and kind of trim up the ends a little bit.
Clear her ends up. We don't want to take too much off because her hair is kind of short.
Right.
Conditioning treatment.
We should probably put some clip-ins in just to make her hair more full for her
To
day.
add some length, just soften it up.
Exactly.
Pretty.
Exactly. And
And
you,
skin.
I think, well, she's really pale, and I think because it's summer, I think she'll look good with a nice golden tan.
I agree. Baby
Yeah.
this summer, she's got that blonde hair. I think spraying her down, just giving her a good glow is gonna make a world of difference.
Yeah, definitely.
Give her the beach suntan and we can warm her up, give her that sultry, smoke out her eyes a little bit with some golds and browns.
Yeah, get rid of that blue stuff she rubs on her eyes.
Yeah, no more
Yeah.
blue. No more, we'll get rid of the blue.
Yeah,
I won't
keep
be her
her-
something blue today, that's for sure.
Yeah,
What
we keep
about-
her nails nice and simple, nice and clean, do the French manicure.
Okay, what about Bob, you guys?
Oh, Bob. Well, that unibrow has got to go.
Yes. Definitely have to give him 2 eyebrows instead of 1.
Right.
Start with that for sure.
And what about all this? It's like, I'm gonna try.
Well,
An IV maybe?
We'll definitely, I know. We'll definitely give him exfoliate his face and put on some deep moisturizer. Definitely do that and maybe do something with his hair.
Yeah, I think he likes his long hair, but really I think it needs to be a little darker to make his eyes pop out, and he definitely needs to cut it a little bit. I think kind of make it more modern.
Both an edge.
Even rockers
keep it
trim
still
their hair,
right,
so
yeah.
we'll trim it,
Rock
we'll condition
star.
it, we'll deepen it up.
Definitely, and his hands are a hot mess, and I think we definitely need to give him a manicure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, fantastic. So how are we going to start this out?
What did I just say? That's okay. They'll live.
We're live. Okay, so now that we've got all that decided, you guys, what we're going to do with clothes is we're going to put her, I think, in an off-white Vera Wang dress with more like a corset style tie in the back to give her that hourglass figure and to help the decolletage. We're going to give her a half length train, so it's not going to be overbearing or anything like that.
Right.
To give her that lighter summery look. Maybe fix her up with some nice decorative jewelry and stuff with a little thing on her head.
Fascinator, I love that. Since with the corset, we could do more of like a retro look, you know, and
Yeah.
the fascinator on top, and just it'll be gorgeous.
Yeah, and then what we're going to do with him is we're going to put him in a Versace suit, classic white tuxedo tie, or classic white tuxedo shirt with a classic bow tie. So it's a nice summery look. And so we're going to put all these together. And how are we going to progress with this now?
Well, we got to start with Linda's hair first and foremost. So we'll go ahead and
Maintenance, like the color, the cut.
yeah, we'll go ahead and you go ahead and take care of that. Take care of the hair, and then right when she's done with that, I'll bring her into the tanning booth.
And while you guys are working on Linda, I can start with Bob's doing a little mini facial,
Perfect.
get his eyebrows
So
separated.
after her tan, maybe she should go out and get fitted.
Yep, we'll get her fitted after her tan. We'll get her fitted. No, we should probably give her a little time to let that tan sink in so it doesn't,
definitely.
screw up
the
the
fitting
dress.
before the tan.
Yeah, so we'll do the
Exactly.
fitting before
Yeah.
the tan. Okay.
Yes.
And then while you're bringing Linda, she should be done with Bob's facial maintenance, and then I can
then
start
I
in his
can-
hair.
Yeah,
his hair, and then I'll
Sounds
do
like
the
a
fitting of
plan.
Bob after that.
Perfect.
So I think that's how we're going to progress, you guys. Let's go
Alright.
take care of it. Let's go make them over. Yeah.
Hi, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Stacy Gordon, and I'm originally from Tucson, Arizona, and now I'm in Vegas, baby.
What do you do for a living?
I do hair, skin, and nails, and I am an owner of the Vegas Beauty Bus.
How long have you worked in the beauty industry?
I have worked in the beauty industry now since 2007.
Since 2007, great. What's the best part of your job?
The best part of my job, I'd have to say, is the end result, seeing how happy it makes people just to feel made over and make them feel beautiful.
Great. What is the worst part of your job?
I'd have to say the worst part of my job would definitely be the bridezillas. You can throw little fitties and
What's one of the craziest experiences you've ever had during work?
one of the craziest experience I'd have to say would definitely be we had a bachelorette party of 6 women, and they had a little too much sauce, and after they were done with their makeovers, we were driving down the Las Vegas Strip, and I was actually driving, and the girls were getting all crazy, dancing on the pole. We told them, sit down, but, you know, they were having a good time, and some girl decided to take her top off, and next thing you know, woo, we got pulled over. But you know what? Thank God the cop had a great sense of humor, and he let us go.
Sounds exciting. What are your typical clientele?
The clientele usually consists of bridal parties. We do the bride. Sometimes we do. Excuse me. Usually our clientele consists of bridal parties, and we do weddings, and we do the bride. Sometimes we even do the grooms and the entire bridal party.
Okay, great. Why do you like working on brides?
I like working on brides because it's their special day, and that's their day to shine and to look beautiful, and I like to make them feel that way.
Great. What's the worst part about doing bridal makeup?
The worst part about doing bridal makeup, I'd have to say, is sometimes they get a little emotional, and they kind of their makeup starts to run and everything. You have to keep doing it over.
Okay. Do these women in Vegas getting married last minute need a makeover?
The women that get married in Vegas last second, they definitely need our help because they're showing up in t-shirts and their hair's all ratty and no makeup whatsoever, and it's their special day. They're supposed to look pretty, so I like to make them feel that way.
Great. Thank you very much. Okay. What's the worst part about doing bridal makeup?
The worst part about doing bridal makeup, I'd have to say, is all the pressure that's on you, because that's their day. They are expecting to be absolutely perfect, and you don't know what's perfect to them, so there's just a lot of pressure on you.
Fantastic.